in getting information that we all want to know. You are it.
And suspenders.
And, well, of course, can we see that? So handsome. What I want to know is, Larry, do you think there's a future for Jewish comedy? And if you think there is,
Well,
what would it look like?
There's no future. Jewish comedy is inherent in the culture. It's inherent in Judaism. It's been around as long as there's been Jews. Jews have always had the ability to laugh at themselves and the world around them. There's a new book just out about the history of Jewish humor.
Yes.
Just came out yesterday. There's something about they talk to God. Jews are funny, and I'm funny. I've always loved telling funny stories. I'm in this film. There's a flavor to Jewish humor. There's great black humor.
Yes.
There's Irish humor.
Yes.
There's more storytelling.
But Jewish humor is very specific, Larry, don't you think?
Well, it's like one Supreme Court judge defined pornography. I can't define it, but I know it when I see it. There's a. Someone said a classic Jewish line is, "The food here is terrible, but such small portions."
That's classic Jewish.
I've had a bad day, thank God.
Yes, yes. And I hope you'll have many bad days, thank God.
That's classic. That's
yes.
Al Capp, who wrote Little Abner, told me once in an interview that the Irish came over to the United States and said, "Let me in and I'll police your streets." Mm-hmm. The Italians came over and said, "Let me in and I'll fix your shoes." The blacks came over against their will and they said, "We'll entertain you." The Jews came over and instead of going in, they went around and laughed at everything inside.
I love that. And that's what we still do.
We still do.
And always will.
Always will. The major comedic fields, the Jewish impact on American humor, starting with, let's go back as far as you could think, in the Yiddish theater.
Yes, yes.
And the great plays.
Yes.
And the great stars of American comedy.
Yes, yes. And in the
about 90% were Jewish.
Do you think this is going to be true moving forward in the future?
I don't see why not. Everything, what goes around comes around. And yes, there'll always be a place. There'll always be
funny Jews.
Hey, Seinfeld is a classic example, probably the greatest sitcom ever.
Yes.
A perfect sitcom. Larry David, one of the geniuses of American comedy. Woody Allen.
Oh, fantastic.
Who's put his own imprint on American humor, all
and
different.
On
Henny
the
Youngman
world.
to.
Yes.
Woody Allen's favorite comedian was Henny Youngman. I knew all of them, the Burls and the.
I know you did.
I had a chance to interview and be around them.
You know, we've had you as a treasure to be around, and I thank you. I thank you. Thank you, Larry.
My pleasure.